Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we got top 10 budget receivers. I know everybody isn't balling, so this one's for you guys who aren't. We're going to start off at number 10. No honorable mentions this time. Start off at number 10. We have Jerry Jeudy. All these stocking stuffers will have the token on because they're all obtainable. Jerry Jeudy with the token on does get 94 speed, 95 excel, also 6'1", very good card. I've personally used him, no problems at all. And for him being 20K, more than enough to be on this Budget Beast video. Moving in at number 9, we have Zay Flowers. Same scenario, putting the token on him. He has 94 speed, 95 excel. He is 5'9", but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel like the shorter receivers, maybe not his short, 5'9" is kind of really short, but around the 5'11", maybe even 6 foot to like 6'1", 6'2" range. Those receivers I feel like just play best this year. And Zay Flowers, he just plays really good. I've used most of these stocking stuffer cards, and I honestly have no problems with them. They all play good, especially when they have the token on them. You should be putting the token on these receivers if you need it. Moving into number 8, we have Darnell Mooney. All these receivers, the Zay Flowers, the Jerry Jeudy, and now Darnell Mooney, you could all see they're 20K. Very cheap cards. I think Darnell Mooney fits in the perfect height range. He plays very good. I really think I used all these stocking stuffer receivers at one point. Darnell Mooney, very good card. He just runs routes cleanly. Very clean. Moving in at number 7, we have Xavier Leggett. We're coming into that range I was talking about earlier. 20K, 94 speed, 93 excel. Pretty good agility. He has good route running, good catching. You don't got to worry about that. But he's in that 6'1", 6 foot, 6'2" height range. I just think those guys really play the best this year. I mean, there's some like outliers with like obviously Calvin and guys like that, but Xavier Leggett in that 6 foot to 6'2" height range, I think you could get really good possession animations with those kind of guys. And Xavier Leggett's in that range. Moving in at number 6, we have one of the taller guys. Obviously, we see here Christian Watson, 20K. He's 6'4", very tall receiver. There's not many good tall receivers. I think he's one of the good tall receivers, in my opinion. Even compared to the best receivers in the game, I think he would still be up there if I'm doing a tier list of receivers 6'4" and taller. I think he would be on the list. Christian Watson, 94 speed, 94 excel, 6'4". He's kind of like your jump ball type of guy, get me bailed out. Like, he's that type of guy for you. I've personally used him. He's only good with the token on because most of these receivers start with 92 speed. He starts with 91, unfortunately. So you do need the token on Christian Watson. And that's why Christian Watson is here at number 6. Moving in at number 5, we have Quentin Johnston. And we're not in the stocking stuffer range anymore. This is 6'4" Quentin Johnston, 92 speed, 91 excel. With 0 chill boost, he will have 94 speed. Any of those other stocking stuffers would probably be up closer to 96 speed. But Quentin Johnston, 94 speed, 91 excel. He's around 80K, I would say. You could probably get him around. He runs routes really crisp for him being as big and tall as he is. I think I've used almost all cards on this list, actually, now looking at it. Quentin Johnston runs routes very nice. And no flaws in this card. No flaws. Moving in at number 4, we have George Pickens. George Pickens is a dog. He's one of those guys. Obviously, he's 6'3" here. I think he's at the threshold of like in between the in-between height and the tall height. I think he still fits for both. But I could see George Pickens being on like 10-yard out routes, any kind of slants over the middle. If you really want to run him on a drag, go ahead. This dude, he honestly can make it happen. And if you have a good stick, you run conservative, whatever you do, you can kind of swerve people because he has 90 change of direction. This card's very good, and you could get him around like 80, 85K. I believe you can get him at 80. Moving into the top 3, we have Courtland Sutton. Now, this might surprise people. Courtland Sutton would have 95 speed, and he has only 86 excel. I believe that would go up with the 0 chill or Ghost 'em Up boost that Tavon Austin brings. But Courtland Sutton, like, his cards just play good. Like there's some players, their builds, everything, they just play good in the game. Like Calvin could have horrible stats, but Calvin's gonna play good because of his build. Like it's just based off their stats matter, they do, but some players' builds just make them as good as they are. That's why Calvin cards are better than normal receiver cards. That's why every tier list you will see, they probably have Calvin at 1 or 2. Like no matter how bad or abilities Calvin will have, if he does have bad abilities on the card, Calvin will be one of the best receivers just because of his build. And I feel like Courtland Sutton gets away with that type of situation. He has only 86 Excel. Probably would go to 88 with Tavon Austin. But his build just lets him get away with not having the most ideal stats. Moving into number 2, we have Jayden Reed. This dude, I seen him on a really good Packers theme team. I seen him on a 40 out of 40 Packers theme team. He got up to 98 speed, this Jayden Reed. He's in that perfect height threshold I was telling you guys about earlier. Jayden Reed, 94 speed, would go up to 96. And then the Packers theme team puts him over the top. It makes him one of the best receivers in the game if you guys run a Packers theme team, which isn't the worst to do right now, saying they have like Jimmy Graham, Julius Peppers, I believe, and Ted Hendricks too, but that Ted Hendricks card isn't good. But Jayden Reed gets 96 speed. I think this card is going to be elite on any budget offense. You really can't say I need budget receivers and not have this guy. Okay, guys, and I don't know if this is a surprise to anybody. This may have been obvious. The number 1 budget receiver in the game is Julio Jones. He's probably on very good teams, like even God Squad type teams. Julio's still placed on those teams. Julio Jones, 95 speed, 92 Excel. And we're talking about Julio upgraded. We're not saying Julio not upgraded. We're talking Julio upgraded. And you may ask, oh, this is a budget video. Why is Julio upgraded? To upgrade Julio, as of right now, it'd only cost you like $120,000 to upgrade Julio to max. So that's pretty cheap for a receiver that can play on almost anybody's team. And if you guys need budget receivers, Julio is the guy to have. And he's pretty easy to obtain, level 20 on the Zero Chill Pass. You guys can get that done pretty quickly with all the challenges being out already. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed, you want to see more things like this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.